Okay, let's do it, because I think that these type of people on the internet can be very dangerous. And this is the type of people that I call virtue bullies. Individuals who will look at situations like that City by Karen situation, and they will apply narratives to those situations. Instead of listening for more information to come in, they'll see a thing and they'll apply a narrative that will align with what they have to say, feel, and think. And then they will disproportionately go after that person. Right? City bike Karen situation. Your worst case scenario was that she wanted a bike that another guy had, because apparently he had like one of the self-driving bikes or pedal assisted bikes, and she didn't get her way, so she jumped on it and started acting a fool. But in that perspective, she's wrong for sure. But to go after her family and destroy whatever, and I don't even believe that that's the perspective. I think that they're somewhere in the middle. I think that we have about two people acting inappropriately. But it's more than just that situation. It's this fundamental intention of going after and targeting and ruining somebody's life because you perceive badness. It's not, there is a potential crime or a problem or a negative, and the solution is to try to do as much harm as you can to that person. It's crazy, bro. It's insane. You know, it's interesting because these are left-leaning people. This person is very left-leaning, which is fine. But in the left-leaning space, there's conversations about reformation for murderers, but we can't have reformation for people who have a bad day. And so this is one of those virtue bullies. I'm hoping that they're not a fundamentally bad person, but seemingly making money. 5.7 million followers on Instagram, TikTok, 518,000 on Twitter. He's probably making money off of this. And so you have to be careful of people on the internet, because what they do, all people in media, regardless of what it is they take a situation and they signal, they will sensationalize it. Rather, they will sensationalize these situations. He has 330K on Instagram too. They will sensationalize everything that's going on because it gets them more attention, whether it's financial or just makes them feel better. And it's a really bad thing to happen online. You know, the internet is such a crazy, interesting thing because, like, we still haven't figured out how to properly police this place. People we just don't get it. We have a flawed but still stable criminal justice system that the idea of it is to apply it applies proportionality to a particular crime. It is flawed. We need to focus more on reformation. But the online space is exponentially more flawed. Because you have just a bunch of people running around just doing whatever they want. Oh, look, somebody did a bad thing, and they just virtue bully the fuck out of them. This is the best way I can explain this is it's Dr. Phil. It's TikTok Dr. Phil's. What does Dr. Phil do? What does Dr. Phil do on his show? He brings people on that are flawed, and then he just brings them on there so that he can morally chastise them rather than actually help them. Dr. Phil's supposed to be some kind of a doctor. From a behavioral perspective, Dr. Phil's not helping anybody at all. Dr. Phil's just sitting there trying to be morally righteous, and that's what these people do on the internet. I think let me see if I can find this other video, because there's this one woman who made this excellent point. But these individuals, they don't want to help. They just do their best to kind of assassinate the social conversation surrounding things. And I want to find this video. I have it somewhere. That was like really, really good. You know what? I know exactly where to find it. I'll do a little bit of editing, but here we go. It's on my Rob and Dan channel. My wife and I talked about this on our podcast. And I'm gonna play this girl here. This girl's video here. She's been talking about, and then we're gonna play her. Just listen to what she has to say. Comment to make a video.
This woman in my content, not her, not Tizzy, not Danesh, none of them. I do not fuck with.
So somebody said they tagged this person named Rexorcist, which is another virtue bully. Please look into who she's talking about. So I'm gonna play it over. This whole thing that she's been talking about, and then she stitched that or whatever. She used that comment to make a video.
This woman in my content.
Oh wait, I have the core one right here because I forgot. Here we go. Here we go.
Tag this woman in my content, not her. Absolutely not. Don't ever tag this woman in my content. Not her, not Tizzy, not Danesh, none of them. I do not fuck with any of those people. There is a difference between addressing a person who is building a public platform and lying or misleading about their credentials in the place where that harm is happening, which is on the internet with information that that person has put forth publicly, and then addressing that person's board not as punishment or retribution, but to mitigate the harm they are causing. There is a difference between that and targeting a private individual because you don't like them. You don't like something they did. You don't like something they said. I have seen these people unearth people's court records, people's custody records. I have seen them dox people. I have seen them get people fired from their jobs that had no relation to the harm they think they caused. I have seen them create fake profiles of people's dead relatives to harass them from. These people are psychological terrorists with a vigilante complex, and they are just as dangerous, if not more, than Therapy Jessa.
Yeah. I agree with that. I mean, I don't know who Therapy Jessa is, but fundamentally, I agree with that. And what I would like to do is we're gonna go look at some of their older content back when they wanted to be famous and popular. Back when they were harassing children on the internet. For whatever, we're going to go look at some of their old stuff. And I understand people can reform from their things. You know, I've had a bad stint of content as well. But at the end of the day, I think it's important to look at motivations for people. And I think that it really comes down to a lot of the people just want to be famous, and they just figure out how to. So let's look at some of the past injustices that this individual has engaged in.
Good morning, everyone. If you have a moment, hop over to Iona Loves Sean XX. She likes to come on my videos and comment that I'm a pedophile, which I take a slight issue.
This girl's 10 years old, by the way. And yes, that is wrong. But you're an adult, and you should probably just block her and move on.
With, considering I am a father and an uncle, and that shit disgusts me.
Guys, holy moly. You know, I don't know if he was one of the ones who did it, though. I don't really remember. But, like, when I had hit with the old enough to bleed, old enough to remember, I made that joke, and it was thank you very much to a particular content creator. Andre Lopez, at the time, he was 23, and he allegedly slept with a 14-year-old girl. Everybody that didn't like me, I wouldn't doubt if it was him too, but I don't know, cut out that last part. It was like, oh, wow, you're a pedophile, blah, 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 blah. Meanwhile, the point of that, and it was a bad joke, and I never should admit it, was to call out somebody who allegedly slept with a 14-year-old at 23, right? The information we have since then, you could look up Papa Got Andre Lopez and you'll find my video on there, was that, like, apparently her cousin, 18 and 19-year-old, like, cousin and sister went there, and they all said she was 18 and whatever, blah, 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 blah. That's a whole other thing. It's all allegations, but the point is if you guys are so, like, in defense of kids, why are you leveraging disproportionate criticism at me? Right? It doesn't really make sense. So again, if he was one of them, I don't remember if he was one of them. Everybody was having like a fucking crybaby shit show over that joke, and like nobody actually said like, "Hey, the joke's really bad. I get what you're saying, but it was the wrong way to approach it." There's a level of hypocrisy here, no? Because you. So.
She's one of those people who thinks the internet exists so that her 10-year-old ass can say whatever she wants with no repercussions. She did make her account private because she was afraid of everyone coming to visit her. So my suggestion is you could send her a friend's request and bomb her page once she accepts.
Incredible.
You could simply report her account. But I think it's a good lesson to learn that you can't just say whatever you want and not have repercussions.
Sure. So you are sending people to harass and bully a 10-year-old girl. Now listen, I have said inappropriate things. I've never called a hate raid onto somebody. I'm not Gideon. I'm just kidding, Gideon. That is West Just. Pokemon deserved it. I'm just kidding. He's calling a hate raid on to a 10-year-old girl. Like, Jesus Christ.
Have a great day.
Hi, everybody. So the other day I posted a video about a young girl who decided to jump on my videos and leave comments about how I'm a pedophile. And when I approached her about it, she was like, I don't give a fuck. I can do what I want. I can say what I want. And I was like, cool. And I sent you all to pay her a visit. And many of you did, and thank you for that. Well, her account was called Iona Loves Sean. And it's all about how she's obsessed with her boyfriend, Sean, even though they're 12 years old. Well, today I found Sean. Now, here's the thing. I don't want anyone to go give Sean hate. Actually, Sean seems like a really sweet guy. If anything, I think Sean deserves better. So I figure there's got to be some followers here that are around the age of 12.
What?
Lovely young ladies who are also nice, so why don't you hop over and pay Sean a visit? That is, if you like good-looking young men with chestnut brown hair who also have Australian accents.
What the fuck? Dude, this is crazy. Hey, there's a 12-year-old. Hey, this 12. This is dude. This 10-year-old girl doesn't deserve to have her boyfriend. So here's a sexy young 12-year-old boy for her. Or we need a sexy young 10-year-old girl for this 12-year-old her boyfriend. Like, what the fuck is this shit, dude? What are you doing? Bro, this is wild. This is how are you like 40 and have this type of boundary issue? Right? Like I said some dumbass shit and I made dumbass jokes, but this is insanely personal. This is wild.
And maybe explain that he deserves better than someone who's nasty on the inside. Thanks. Bye.
That's unhinged behavior, bro. Oh my god. She's only 10. These are what the comments are saying. Get a reality check because Sean loves Lona and I personally know them and they are amazing. So I'm going to find Sean and where he lives. Then I'm going to find cute girls in your area for him. Bro, what the fuck? Oh my god. This is wild. Jesus. She's also 10. Means the government won't arrest you for saying what they don't like. You can catch a beating. What? What's happening? She's also 10. That's not okay for TikTok, and still he's right. You can catch a beating. What the fuck? Tizzyent likes to parrot that his victim was 12, which and everybody knows. Everyone has told him repeatedly that she was 10, even stated that she was 10. He uses the exact same verbiage when explaining because he knows how it works. What is the difference between 10 and 12 at the end of the day? It's what. Like, this is what I'm talking about. This behavior of virtue bullying has never stopped. He was just dumb when he was younger, right? And now instead of virtue bullying kids, he virtue bullies people on the internet that society deems are as appropriate to virtue bully. That's all that is happening. He's never changed the behavior of the virtue bully. I don't know what this is. Shit, what happened? I had no idea any of this was even going on. Yeah, it's been a hell of a week and a half. How long ago was the TikTok on the 10-year-old made? Beginning of 2019? Like I can't see it. Still making lip sync audios and she was 12. Not that it matters. What are your thoughts on all that now? I let my own trauma be triggered and made a bad decision I would never make. What? Your own trauma? What does that mean? Yes, I know there's a 2 years difference. I know that's the difference between 10 and 12, but it doesn't really matter. Stop trolling me. Here comes the obligatory apology.
Make excuses. This video is being made because I don't want people to attack others. I don't want people to attack.
Well, you did. You do. You still do today. You constantly call for this.
Naya or Dinesh or our extra sister and Karen or anyone for having a problem with something that I've done. People, especially those who are mutuals of mine and been associated with me, should be able to say, hey, I'm not okay with what this person said or did, and that be okay, because otherwise people will assume that they are okay with it.
You tried to harass a 10-year-old girl and get her 12-year-old boyfriend a new girlfriend. This goes beyond, like... This is beyond. This is insane.
I know there will be people who are like, well, what was the context of that? What were you saying? So I'm going to explain that, again, not as an excuse. So this is back when I was still just lip syncing on the app. I wasn't doing any kind of advocacy. I had maybe 100K followers at that time. And I had a girl who came into my comments and was making posts calling me a pedophile. I think people have realized at this point that that's triggering for reasons. However, so I first reached out to her and was like, wow, that's really not cool. You can really hurt someone by doing that. And her response was, fuck you, I don't care.
Okay.
So I made the first video. And I want it to be clear. I didn't get any information on this person. I never sent anybody to like their Instagram or...
You sent somebody to their TikTok, what?
Somewhere else, or where she goes to school. All of this was contained on TikTok.
It doesn't matter. It's still wrong. And I feel like you would have. You tried to get her a new boy, or you tried to get her boyfriend a new girlfriend. A 12-year-old, bro.
But I made that. And at the time, I really didn't understand what making a post like that, how your followers could respond.
No. This is bullshit. I understand that there are different interactions with social media that you may not necessarily understand, but you saying go friend request a 10-year-old girl so you can bully her because she called me a pedophile. And by the way, I'm gonna find out who the boyfriend or what the boyfriend's name is, and didn't he find the area or whatever that the boyfriend lived in so that he could find attractive young girls for this attractive young boy or something? Does that not? He said something. Hold on.
Give Sean hate.
Wait.
Just say whatever you want.
Wait.
Have repercussions. Have a great day.
Hi, everybody. So the other day I posted a video about a young girl who decided to jump on my videos and leave comments about how I'm a pedophile. And when I approached her about it, she was like, I don't give a fuck. I can do what I want. I can say what I want. And And I was like, cool. And I sent you all to pay her a visit. And many of you did, and thank you for that. Well, her account...
Thank you for paying her the visit, by the way.
It was called Iona Loves Sean, and it's all about how she's obsessed with her boyfriend, Sean, even though they're 12 years old. Well, today, I found Sean. Now, here's the thing. I don't want anyone to go give Sean hate. Actually, Sean seems like a really sweet guy.
Based on what?
If anything, I think Sean deserves better. So I figure there's got to be some followers here that are around the age of 12, lovely young ladies who are also nice. So why don't you hop over and pay Sean a visit? That is, if you like good-looking young men with chestnut brown hair who also have Australian accents.
I'm not a pedophile, guys. I just think that 12-year-olds are attractive. Listen, I don't know if he is. Okay, he didn't find out where the guy lived or whatever. But what the fuck is this? Just rewatching it again is just insane to me.
And maybe explain that he deserves better than someone who's nasty on the inside.
A fucking 10-year-old girl.
It never dawned on me that she could get a ton of hate messages.
Incredible.
I thought people would just go like, hey, that's not cool. It's really wrong that you would do that. And honestly, that is what people did. She didn't get a bunch of hate messages out of it. But she responded again. Like, I don't give a fuck, all of you, blah, blah, blah. And that's what I made.
And she privated her account because you bullied her so much.
The video about her boyfriend, who is also on TikTok, saying maybe there's a nice girl who would like to be with him. Again, not really understanding what could have come from that, and I'm very fortunate that it didn't result in a bunch of people just harassing them.
You did. Yes, it did. You did have that. Did happen. What are you talking about? Wait, he said it in the comments. Is that where it was? Is that where he found? Like he said it in the comments. So I'm going to find Sean and where he lives. Then I'm going to find cute girls in your area for him. What the fuck? I knew it. I knew I saw something like that. I fucking knew it. I was like, he said so. But this guy's saying he wants to find out where Sean. He wants to dox Sean so he can hook up a 12-year-old with girls, dude. Listen, I understand that I got pretty triggered when a certain individual called me a pedophile. Right, so he was going to walk. It's Death Noodles. He said he was going to walk around and be like, "Does this guy look like one?" Because I was so frustrated because I got canceled for a joke that I'm pretty sure he's one of the ones that took it out of context for trying to say something negative towards a potential predator. All allegations, guys. And it fucking that was like the beginning of my end. So I was having a bad relationship with that. But this guy's just like, oh, 10-year-old called me a pedo. I'm gonna hook his sexy 12, her chestnut brown, attractive 12-year-old whatever up. It's like that's insane. I mean, this is a profound difference. I'm not saying that he is one, but I'm just saying, like, this is so bizarre. You're going to find out where Sean lives, dude? It's wild.
That doesn't change the fact that it could have, and it doesn't change the fact that it's wrong, and I was wrong. And it's something, well, I would never do it today.
This dude's 46 years old, which means 2 or 3 years ago. Let's say this was 3 years ago. He was 43. What the fuck? Have you ever loved
it? I did it then. You know, lately, there's been a lot of focus on things that I've done or said in the past, and it causes a lot of people to have to make content on it or address it. And that causes people to not be able to focus on the good things they should be focusing on.
I think he also said some wild shit on Twitter, too. I don't know if they actually have this in this video. We'll see.
I mean, Dinesh and our exorcists were swatted and almost no one's talking about it. That's not right. My being here right now seems to be a distraction, and I don't want to be a distraction. So I'm going to take some time off from this app to reflect and look at what I can do to be better. There are good creators doing good things, even ones who have had a problem with me, and I want them to be able to focus on that. So please support them, and let's try and get back to doing real good that enacts real.
And when his friends hold him accountable.
I was working with Brett Warlock to uncover the real issues this entire time, and I said a lot of things in order to not draw suspicion.
Okay.
I'll let you hear the things she said to not draw suspicion.
So I think it's interesting that Brett Warlock it's like getting into everyone's DMs because he got into mine's basically doing the same, asking me to go after, you, Tizzy. And I was just kind of like, what? Why? He then presented some information and, calling you an ableist and all this other stuff. And I was like, okay. I don't feel confident doing that. I don't feel like that was what he meant. And I guess there was then the issue with Alyssa, and I was just like, yeah, I still don't feel confident in that because I don't think that's what he meant. So, and he was just like, well, you got a lot on your plate. Maybe somebody else will hold him accountable. And I was just like, I don't know if he's trying to take a dig at me, but I'm like, it really wasn't that serious. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of people trying to bait people to, or bait us to talk about something that to me isn't really relevant. You know what I'm saying?
So it sounds like Aunt Karen just didn't care about like something that is objectively very bad. Okay, cool beans.
I don't want anyone to attack Aunt Karen or Brett Warlock or Lola or any.
I don't want anybody to attack these people. He does. He wants to seem like he's a nice guy. That's all that's coming down to.
Anyone. I'm just done.
Done with what?
You want me to go on? Okay.
You want me gone? Okay, I'm gonna leave it. I will leave. You probably should have left. But he didn't. It was just to take a break while everything settled down, and then he came back. And he's playing the victim. You see how weird that is? You bullied a 10-year-old girl, and you tried to dox a fucking 12-year-old boy. Like, what are you talking about? NC. Well, it's NC, but yeah, basically. The filter was a nice touch for the apology tour. People forgot he is an editor and claims to be an actor. If he didn't want anybody to attack them, why make a video? True. 1 month later.
Happy New Year. How you been? I've been great, in major part because I haven't been here. Originally planned on coming back to tell you all the things I did while I was away, but there really is no point, because either that doesn't matter to you, or you won't be satisfied by anything that I have to say. And I've continued doing work elsewhere, just not on TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
Because frankly, TikTok is toxic as fuck. So
You are why it's toxic, though. You are the epitome of why it's toxic.
I stepped away, and exactly what I thought would happen, did. You know, a bunch of people had already sharpened their pitchforks and lit their torches. With me not here, they were like, what are we going to do with these? Apparently the answer was turn on each other. And the reports I've gotten have just been disappointing and gross.
Bro, he's saying that because he wasn't there, everything went to shit because he is the leader of the online task force to attack people. What the fuck?
A bunch of people showed exactly who and what they are, and I mean that in good and bad ways. So
this guy thinks that he's the fucking leader of TikTok. Did you not hear what he just said? Yeah, get a real job. For real.
And exactly what I thought would happen, did. You know, a bunch of people had already sharpened their pitchforks and lit their torches. With me not here, they were like, what are we going to do with these?
Bro, this guy has this insane sense of self-importance, no?
Apparently the answer was turn on each other. And the reports I've gotten have just been disappointing and gross. A bunch of people showed exactly who and what they are. I mean that in good and bad ways. So, very happy to know some people, and there's some other people that, well, there's nothing quite so New Year's resolution as cutting dead weight. Now, I already had some plans for shifts in content coming into the new year, and recent events have just solidified that. But I will say this, I'm not for everybody. Some people won't like the things that I say, or how I say them, or the way that I look, and that's okay. Well, I've been upfront about not always being the man I am today, and that's why I do what I do, because I know people are capable of change. I'm an example of that.
I don't think so, man. You haven't changed.
Some people might hear or see something that I did 3 years ago, or 6 years ago, or 13 years ago, and say, I can't support you anymore. I didn't know you were ever that person. And that's okay too. You know, I can't help the fact that at 10 years old, I was dragged along to pick it out in front of abortion clinics. I didn't have a say in that.
What does that have to do with you trying to cancel 10-year-old children and hook 12-year-old boys up with girls? I don't get it.
It was just a little prop, and it haunts me to this day.
Wow.
There's a lot of things that haunt me. Some things that I didn't have a say in. Other things that I did my damn self.
Okay.
And
that makes you want to attack 10-year-olds? I don't understand.
Life. So, if you think there's any reason that you can't support me, that's okay. What's not okay is you investing all of your energy then in attacking anything or anyone that does want to support me. If you're against the things that I support, that would make sense. But if you claim to want the same things that I want, why would you attack others just because they don't agree with you in not supporting me? Why would you want to see me deplatformed? Like, do you think this is a ladder? Like, if I'm on this rung, you have to knock me down for someone else to move into that spot? Because that's not how any...
If you want me gone, I'm gone. You like how he was like, guys, if you want me gone, I will leave. And then he came back. It's like, well, you guys want to be gone, and guess what? The internet went to hell because there's nobody to guide the fucking the Tansel task force. I was the fucking leader, and you guys got rid of me.
Any of this works.
Oh my God.
It's real simple. I'm not great or special, and I don't mean that in some self-deprecating, I want compliments way. I mean that genuinely. I'm just a guy, but I have some really great and special people.
Bro, I'm genuinely happy I was banned off TikTok. I do not want to ever be around people like this. This is insane. Short form content has decimated all content. Like it's just fucking crazy. It's just like this individual and people like him are just the people who go onto social media and they just regurgitate the same clip with the same thing being said in a fucking 1 minute form, and then other virtue bullies but aren't content creators just watch the same video from 7 different people that's like, yes, you're saying exactly what I wanted to hear 7 times. Attack 10-year-old children. Yes, I hate 10-year-olds.
Who follow me
what the fuck?
For whatever reason. And I am somehow getting the opportunity to be a conduit to tell them about things and needs that they can actually help with. And you claiming to want to see those needs met while actively trying to stop that because you don't like me as the conduit. makes no sense. So don't like me, don't support me, but get out of the way. Do you want to see change, or do you want to be right? Because if you just want to be right, don't call yourself an ally or an advocate.
He went from pompous to feel sorry for me to you need me because I'm a hero. So give it so quick it gave me whiplash. True. Very true. Yeah, so that's a good rundown for that. They mentioned this guy, Bread Warlock. I've had interactions with the guy before. I don't like him very much, but I also had my interactions with this guy when I was at my worst content-wise. So maybe I'm just looking through it through that filter. So I'm trying not to, we all have our frustrations. I'm going to watch at least one video here. This is regarding Tizzyent, but TikTok deleted it. Let's see what he had to say.
People like you call me performative.
You are very performative.
It's because you are. So this is everybody's reminder that before Tizzyent was Mr. Accountability, big social justice guy, he would take pictures of strangers on trains.
What? Wait, what? There is something slightly terrifying about this guy looking at a catalog of assault rifles. Okay, I guess.
Without their knowledge, and then post it on social media and make fun of them. He also has an entire Tumblr blog that is still up to this day, where he makes fun of a black man for working at McDonald's and then threatens to SA him.
What?
For working at McDonald's.
Hold on, what's
fun of a black man? He would take still up Tumblr blog.
I'm just going to read it. This morning, I arrived at the station realizing I forgot to grab a spare pair. I had at home another quite boring train ride. Like ahead, how do you think I had time to write this? I sit down and try to make the most of it. Within a few minutes, a young man wearing a McDonald's uniform who otherwise resembled a black Kool-Aid man, oh Jesus, boarded the train and sat almost across from me and then started using his cell phone as a pocket ghetto blaster. At first, I thought, surely this is just a ringtone. He doesn't actually plan on blasting hip-hop for all of us. Okay. My face when Grandpa hates rap music. But alas, he fully intended to be DJ Tons of Fun and soon us all with his sultry tunes. I see others on the train share my frustration, so I decided to address him. Warning. If you do not like somebody who responds to someone being a blatant dick swiftly and harshly, stop reading now. I mean, I guess that sounds annoying, but the way that he fucking describes it, it's one thing if I was like, yeah, some dude on the train was blasting music. It was so annoying. Instead of calling it, he used his cell phone as a ghetto blaster to be DJ Tons of Fun. I mean, I feel like we can be frustrated with the action of anybody blasting music on the train without making it super racial. Holy fuck. Oh my god. Excuse me, do you have headphones? I asked politely. I get started. What? But this story probably didn't even happen, by the way. This sounds like so fake. Reply. So I repeat my question. Nah, ain't got no headphones. Oh, beautiful. Okay, well then I guess you can't listen to that right now. He acts like he doesn't hear me. I started to repeat myself and I got a harsh, I said, I ain't got no headphones, man. Bro, I think the best part about this is that this is not a real story. He made this up. He created a caricature of a black person. I'm telling you that this didn't happen. I could just feel it. This just didn't happen. Then you can't listen to your music. And then everyone started clapping. That's just the rules for riding the train. Nobody else here wants to listen to. He didn't even spell here right. This guy says he's a writer and he can't spell the word here correctly. Okay. Listen to what you're playing. He can't spell anything right. Playing. So please turn it off. He mumbles a response that sounds like bro. I swear to God. He goes, I don't care. I ain't care. This bro. This is so bad. I want to hear it. He didn't say I don't care. This guy said that the guy said I ain't care. Bro, stop. This is not a real story, dude. He's making up a black caricature of a person. No. To which I respond, hey, I might like the sound of my dick makes your fucking wait, hold on. Hey, I might like the sound my dick makes fucking your mouth. That doesn't mean you will. Whoa, epic, dude. He owned this imaginary black guy. I don't think he really knew how to respond to that, so he was just like, huh? I didn't feel like repeating myself yet again, so I moved on. We aren't allowed to play music like that because if we all start doing it, it will sound like shit. Understand? Well, then just start doing it. Incredible stuff. He glared at me with his giant jack-o'-lantern shaped head and spewed, "Play your shit then cranks up the volume on his phone. Now, had I been in a bad mood, that I might have garnered a different response, but I decided to be more proactive. I grabbed my breakfast and my phone, and I guess he's moved or something. I don't know, bro. I'm kind of feeling like this person doesn't exist, and that he just decided to make that person up so that he could like have a story that was against the stereotypical black person through the lens of a racist white person. Okay, that's incredible. Let's continue.
Where he makes fun of a black man for working at McDonald's and then threatens to SA him for listening to music without headphones on. He was also harassing and stalking my friend Tanya Marie.
Why? What happened there?
Because they got into a disagreement and she blocked him on everything.
Is his name Michael McWhorter? Screenshot Snapchat. Remember to screenshot this too. With what you know, I am currently going through. You hit me with this. Should I expect to see you now joining the Tizzy trash post? As long as you're blocking stuff, block this too. Don't forget to block me here. I want you to look away as you say you show me who you really are. Okay.
And this is him leaving a comment on Venmo because he couldn't reach her anywhere else. But you'll
Oh, that was what that was.
Him and let him profit off of the trauma of communities he's not even a part of. It's what it is.
Okay. Dude, this guy's when I first started this, I didn't think it was gonna be this insane. This guy's wild, bro. Shit, here it is. We found the thread. Hold on. We found the thread on here. That's like, it looks at some of his old racism stuff, guys. I'm not usually on the late train. If my car is any indication, its patrons are mainly intoxicated Mexicans and thugs with newborn babies. Incredible stuff. Thank you so much for the 6-month King Gut sub, Barbarian Babe. Wow, that's interesting stuff. Okay. Ice cream trucks in my hood are ghetto. They play jingle bells year round. Okay. Look, I'm not saying I live in the hood. I'm just saying I got these 3 different beauty supply store ads. Yeah, it's all about finding the right weave for you, or so I'm told. Yep, fit 561 till I move away. LOL. Well, I live in 561, but work in the 5954. I'm by area codal. Okay. I think this guy just thinks he's funny. RT something. If they say it isn't gay if you are in prison, so does that cage in my basement where I bring homeless men to rape? What the fuck? Oh my god. Okay. Okay. One day, I'll open a stress relief business that allows you to beat and or torch a homeless person. That's incredible. Found out I have all next week off. This is not good. Last time this happened, 12 homeless men were burned alive. Unrelated. Uh-oh, guys. He's definitely... Bro. Just listen to me. Ugh. I've heard progressives make the point that there are so many conservatives like Michael Knowles, Steven Crowder, Brent Peterson who wanted to be actors and actresses, and now they just make like content. Now they just make like content, like right-wing, like whatever content. If you feel that way and that makes them dishonest in some capacity, what is this? This is... you could see it. You could tell it's him. This is that Tizzyent guy. He wanted to be an actor. Don't tell me that there might not be there couldn't be some potential correlation between trying to be some kind of famous actor or writer or whatever and trying to be a fucking and just being like somebody who's so desperate to be famous you'll just believe whatever. There's something to it. There's something there. But not my sweet Ben. I'm just kidding. I disagree with Ben a lot, but oh my god.
Everglades Ranger Base. Got Apache 763.
This is a Ranger base. We got a black guy on a train that works at McDonald's. We got to go after him. We got to get rid of this guy. We got to get rid of this black guy. That's what it, send in the tactical what is it called? Haunted by Night full movie action adventure. Oh my god. What is this, bro? This is wild. Oh my god.
TikTok seemed to love when I posted beard jokes or beard-related content. You know, I was complaining before about getting the community guidelines, you know, strikes on here on camera.
You probably have.
Bro, I used to make TikToks with my shirt off, and I just wish I never did that. That's the weirdest thing, thinking back now. It's so weird. I wouldn't do it on purpose, but it's like, I wish I wore a shirt all the time. You know? But I was when I would get home, I usually just get right into my underwear and I'm done. Because I like to be comfortable in my own house. And now I'm looking, I'm like, damn.
Have to be from South Florida or even Palm Beach County specifically to get this.
It's just a quick reminder that agents of white supremacy don't always look like agents of white supremacy. It would be very easy.
It's funny.
It is funny. It is so funny. You guys would make up a story about some fucking guy using his ghetto blaster on a train. Yeah, I'm sure that's a real story. Agents of white supremacy don't always look like agents of white supremacy.
And attacked another much smaller content creator, Alyssa Mulato.
She isn't bending over backwards for Brian. She's pinning both ankles behind her ears and then lathering herself in like animal lard to be ready.
Yeah.
What? I don't even know what the context there is.
Seen him get. But let's move on.
Guys, there is no excuse for not supporting single mothers. But how do I do? It's very, very simple.
Okay,
You
sure.
find a single mother on here, you ask her for her OnlyFans page, and you subscribe to that shit. Or buy feet pics.
So in that,
Oh, it just doesn't really work for me. See, that joke works for me because I'm just that guy. Came off as cringe for this guy. Was that his error of trying to be like me, have my humor? That's kind of like weird.
Same. Yeah. Oh, you were joking.
Hey fellas, you ever been out somewhere and you see a girl with a big old booty and you're just like, damn, there is no way she is wiping that properly. That is, I mean, she got like T-Rex arms, and that thing is, I mean,
what the
wet
fuck?
wipe on a back scratcher maybe, but that's got doo-doo.
Bro, I guarantee you that he would cancel this. If this was a different person, this Tizzyent guy would have like canceled this guy and doxed the fuck out of him for these really weird jokes. What the fuck was that? Oh, we need more. This is just cathartic and funny now.
I know from looking at me, you can tell I've never made a woman come. But also, I'm not funny. Like, I can't
That's true.
make you laugh either. I just have
That's why you've never been able to do it. Yeah.
a shit personality on top of all of my other shortcomings.
Jesus.
Okay. Oh, sure. This is wild.
Which we're going to watch today. So
We need more.
that's
We need
exactly
more.
What I'm talking about. That's wrong with you. Let's watch this.
Normally, I don't like to address just drama bullshit, but this person crossed a very specific line for me, so he can go ahead and get this. This guy does not like me.
Who's that? The Dad King is his name? As a member of the LGBTQ community, it is something that I can accept, and I didn't know from the few vids. What?
And that's fine. I
That the guy was
don't
gay?
care if you don't like me. There's a lot of people I don't like. What's not fine is when you make an account using my likeness, putting my username in the username.
Tizzy's white opinion is irrelevant in every situation. He's transphobic. Oh, virtue signaler versus virtue signaler.
And
Oh, that's Bread Warlock. I'm so sorry.
then you dedicate that account.
Is this account still active, though? YENT is over party. Oh, it's not around anymore. No, I wanted to see it. I want to see the specific videos, dude. Are you kidding? Stop, shush. There's a second one. It's 0.2. Is there anything here?
Natural brown hair, and is she dyeing her hair brown? Natural brown.
I have no idea what's happening. We're getting too deep into it. Let's continue.
To, in part, calling me a child predator. Side note, irony of white guy or white passing guy at the very least saying my white opinion doesn't matter. So Shitstain McGee there posted this video. And it should piss you off.
Boys. You prefer men, right? White boys. You, white or black? White boys. Oh.
So first...
What?
Boys. You
A group of children rang his doorbell, and this is what he does. These poor children. What? And the natives in that? What the fuck?
prefer men, right? White boys. You, white or black? White boys. Oh.
So first, context. That video came from, like, back when I first joined TikTok, when it pretty much just was lip-sync audio. That audio is from a short that the creators of Rick and Morty made. They made it based on a very interesting court transcript that actually went viral online. That is an actual exchange between a judge and a defendant in a court case. During that case, the judge decided to hurl what is basically a homophobic insult at the defendant by saying, oh, you probably like to go to prison so you can fuck men. To which he responded, I fuck boys. I fuck white boys. He's
Oh, wow. Okay. Yikes.
talking about people in prison, which are men, not children. But he thought it'd be cool to say, hey, maybe he molests kids. Now, ignore.
I mean, that was a weird video. I'm just gonna say it. That one was a little bizarre. But you know what? Edgy humor, guys. Am I right? You know, yeah. You know what I mean. You know what I'm saying?
The fact that I dedicated a lot of my time to finding child predators, calling them out.
With like being friends. I'm sorry. Sorry. That's not fair, guys. That's not fair. I wonder. This is just fucking weird, dude.
This app, or even reporting them to the FBI. That pisses me off for two very distinct reasons. One, I'm a father of a young son.
Okay.
If anyone touched my child, I would literally murder that person.
Wow.
So I don't think it's funny when you want to imply that I would do that. And two, every time someone throws around like, hey, maybe they molest kids as a weapon, they completely shit on every victim of a child predator that's out there. Every time someone flippantly throws out a false accusation like that, it makes it that much harder for real victims to come forward and be heard. One of the greatest atrocities a human being can do is to harm a child, and you want to just toss it out.
Or a dog.
Hey, maybe he does that.
Or a dog.
If you said that to me in person, you wouldn't be eating solid food for a while. Oh, and this shitbag in his account doesn't have too many followers. But you know who does follow him? Who does think that this kind of content is okay? None other than Lola and Bread Warlock.
I'm so confused.
Both of them follow him. So it's okay if someone completely disrespects the victims of child molestation, as long as they don't like the person you don't like. You guys are super advocates. Well done.
Okay. So you see everything he did there, right? If you look at anybody's content, anyone's style of...
I just don't understand why he's getting so worked up about it. Like... That's the thing that kind of is confusing to me, more than anything else. But okay, sure. Let's continue.
Creating content. I was like, hey, I'm gonna use that.
Okay, let's see what else we got here.
Girls that look young but not young enough to be illegal. It's just weird, man.
Let's see what we got
this
here.
one out.
It's time for an update. So a while back, I put my Venmo information on my page, not because I'm asking for money, but because a bunch of people seem to have their Venmo or Cash App on here. So I figured maybe there's
I put my Venmo on my page, not because I want money, but because other people are doing it. Oh, yeah, okay. I mean, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. I mean, you put it in there if because you want to make money, and then maybe you feel more comfortable because other people are doing it.
a bunch of people on TikTok who just have way too much money and want to give it away. I'll take some. I thought you might be interested to know what's happened since then. Someone actually sent me money. I got sent 69 cents.
Okay.
And I'll see you. I also got messaged by two young girls. Now, by young girls, I don't necessarily mean they're underage, but let's just say if I saw them on this app, I wouldn't exactly be sliding in their DMs. Both of them requested money. One wanted $20 for food, and the other wanted $1 for, you know, TikTok. Hey, she had been on my page. I should pay for that. I'll also say that both of them look like if I had asked for feet pics, they would have had a price ready to go. Now, I'm not hating on their hustle, but just to be clear, I'm not one of those people who has too much money and feels like I have to give it away.
I mean, it sounds like he's saying that they look like whores. Like, what the fuck? This doesn't really align with the incredibly morally virtuous Tizzyent that we know and love today, guys.
And also, I think feet are kind of gross.
So why do you keep bringing it up? It's like the second time, no?
I don't want pics.
Okay. It's just weird. This guy's just kind of a weirdo.
But there's more.
We have evolved so much as a species that it's only a matter of time before a woman goes to her child's school for career day and talks about her Snapchat premium.
Wow, incredible.
Carry on.
Okay. Weird. That's very bizarre. Okay.
More of that cognitive dissonance that I always talk about.
Story time. Now, on occasion on this app, I have trolls come after me.
Why does it say BJ Queen? Oh, that's what it's supposed to mean. It's supposed to be a BJ Queen. Incredible stuff.
It happens to anybody who has more story time. Now, on occasion on this app, I have trolls come after me, Jason Cloud. It happens to anybody who has more than a couple fans.
Yeah, I like feet
Today's
too.
troll we'll call Pete, and we'll make him a frog since he's super fresh. So Pete the Frog came hopping along, and I blocked him and the assholes I saw commenting on his video for a second. So he can't slide into my Instagram DMs. And I've dealt with a lot of trolls, so I know he was just looking for content that he could make another video out of, and I did not disappoint. He wrote a self-indulgent novel, and I replied with colorful language. But when he made a video about my response, he made a statement that I found very offensive, and I feel a lot of you will too. See, I referred to his followers as cocksucking chorus.
Oh, okay. Why did you even engage with him if you thought he wanted content?
And I feel a lot of you will too. See,
well, you don't even know who is whatever. What is all this stuff? I don't care. Let me find your Instagram. Write down a war of a piece. A War and Peace length response of how wrong you are. You are a piece of shit. Had you been respectful, you would have been okay.
Followers as top-sucking chorus, and he accused me of homophobia. Bitch, not just dudes suck dick. I mean, frankly, most of the comments I saw on your thing were women, so how was I calling that dudes? And, you know, my favorite sea suckers have all been women. So ladies, please don't let this injustice stand. All my BJ queens, stand up. Know you are loved.
Okay. This guy's a fucking weirdo. Okay,
let's claim everyone else around you. You know, everyone else that you don't like. Jesus, man. Let's continue.
Update. So I made a video about that rapist Brock Turner's TikTok clone Nick videos. Really, like Google them, they look just like each other. Now he likes to talk politics, but if you leave a comment that he doesn't agree with, rather than
wait, who, the actual Brock Turner
Jesus,
or
man. Let's continue.
Update. So I made a video about that rapist Brock Turner's TikTok clone Nick videos.
Oh, wait. Hold on a second. I know who he's talking about. He's talking about somebody named Nick Videos from TikTok. I'm going to slow it down and replay it so that you know. I thought he was talking about actual Brock Turner, but no, he's comparing somebody else who isn't a rapist to Brock Turner as a way to weaponize rapisms. Nick Videos made his account private. This guy was just going off about how before calling somebody a pedophile falsely is diminishing victims of pedophilia, and now he is calling somebody named Nick Videos, which is a content creator on TikTok, is a right-wing annoying guy. That's fine. I believe he's since changed his content, and he's also quit. But he's calling him a rapist. So by your logic, aren't you engaging in like cognitive dissonance? And because that diminishes the survivors of assault, no? So cool stuff, guys.
Update. So I made a video about that rapist Brock Turner's TikTok clone Nick videos.
See, he's the rapist. He's TikTok clone. So
really, like Google them, they look just like each other. Now he likes to talk politics, but if you leave a comment that he doesn't agree with, rather than debating you, he deletes it. And he does that to a ton of people. So I kind of playfully called him out for it. And he reported my video. So I put it back up. And when he came again, he noticed all the comments and the view count and how many fans I have. And all of a sudden he's like, ooh, I want me some of that. So yesterday he's like, all right, debate me, bro. Now listen, I have a ton of videos on a bunch of different topics. Leave a comment. Have a counterpoint. Let's have a discussion. No, he didn't want that because that doesn't get him views. He wanted us to have some like pseudo town hall meeting on fucking TikTok. And I don't do clout chasers. So I told him no. And he threw a temper tantrum. And then I had to block him. So he made a video and triggered his army of white virgin boys to come after me. Seriously, this many underage boys haven't come for the same thing at the same time since the invention of Pornhub.
What the fuck?
So my block list ain't real good. So if you're a fan of his, don't bother tagging him because he's blocked. And I suggest you leave the sleeping giant lie.
Okay. Jesus Christ. Wow.
Videos like these.
Okay. Interesting. Oh, he's doing the Danelli. Wait, we have to cancel this guy. There was a guy named Danelli on TikTok. I don't know if I'll be able, I don't know if I remember how to spell his name. I don't know if I remember how to spell his name, but there was this young guy on TikTok, named Danelli, I think it was. Okay, and he got canceled. He was a 17-year-old boy. He got canceled because he would basically do these videos sometimes. He would do ad videos and he would do like a thumbs up or like a thumbs down or a sad face or whatever, and it was mostly like reactions to like silly like slime videos or like sand push like videos. And he got banned. He apologized, and then he still got banned. 7 of his accounts got banned. He got banned at his 3.1 million verified account. Okay. Then he lost his like 1.5 million account. Okay. But then he couldn't come back. He made a mistake. He apologized. He got banned, and they went after him pretty hard. And this is that. This is that same thing. So, but by this logic, if you're going to cancel a 17-year-old boy, then you got to cancel this 40-something-year-old man for doing the same thing, no?
I mean,
because he would make expressions to, like, I guess, gay people who would do drag or something sometimes or whatever.
An older man, right? Who he is,
No, weird stuff, man. What we got here?
His video, and proceeds to talk about just watch.
Okay, if you're a young girl, go ahead and tell you now this video is not for you. So
if you're what?
Well, proceeds to talk about just watch.
Okay, if you're a young girl, go ahead and tell you now this.
If you're a young girl,
video is not for you. So you're gonna want to keep scrolling. Also, if you're one of those people who are like, TMI, then this is not for you either. So you keep scrolling. Okay. Maybe the fellas here can relate. So I had like a little kind of pseudo date set up for today. Nothing big, just get some coffee, talk, something simple. Initially getting to know each other kind of situation. And then last night, I realized I had an ingrown hair on my shaft. So I called off the date. Now here's the thing. I didn't expect to have anything go on in this
what the fuck?
date. Like I didn't call it off because I expected to get some and then that would prohibit me and blah, blah, blah. Called it off because I know how the universe works when it comes to me. The universe has a great big sense of humor and it loves laughing at my expense. Weird. So I expected to give me that opportunity just have to turn some poor woman down. Not today, Satan.
Wow, incredible stuff. Yeah, man, listen, here's my thing. Here's my thing. Obviously, we can all become better people, and we've all made different mistakes. Sometimes we think we're funny, or maybe we're not too funny. Sometimes our humor may not age well. There's a multitude of factors. The problem is that he is somebody who has always tried to go after people. You see that when he tried to go after a 10-year-old girl and tried to hook her boyfriend up with a different 10-year-old girl or whatever. And he's never changed. Tizzyent is the kind of person who's just looking for somebody he feels is justifiable to target for bullying. Maybe they are. But first of all, from a behavioral perspective, that's not how you go about trying to actually change somebody for the better. And second of all, he doesn't care. I think he just wants to be famous and he wants to bully people and he wants to feel virtuous in that bullying. Right? That is what he wants. I feel. I think the fact that he thinks he's a writer or an actor, I think that also shows a motivation of wanting to be rich and famous. I think that there's a lot of things here, but ultimately what I know is that virtue bullying is the dumbest fucking terminally online brain dead content in the entire world. And it's not the right way to go about trying to have a better society.